Hello everyone, welcome to Story Retold. Kalina here, and I'm just going over the Her Interactive Vault. They've been doing this series these past few weeks for Nancy's anniversary month, and it's going back and reflecting on some unseen art, concept design, images, things from the past that you haven't seen. And I wanted to share and go over some things that haven't been discussed yet. So this is the video. This is the summarization on their YouTube channel called the Her Vault Days 21 through 30, Her Interactive 30-Year Fan Celebration. And this is the thumbnail. And I wanted to jump, there's a lot of cool stuff in here, but I wanted to jump ahead to midnight in Salem in particular. I used to work at Her Interactive, and I worked up until the early production stages of Mystery of the Seven Keys. So I saw a lot of original design for Midnight in Salem before it was switched over to Unity, and a lot of things changed with Unity. So looking at this scene right here, these are reference photos from real life. Reference photos that were used in for reference for particularly what would be called what was it originally called? This looks kind of like it was, okay, I'm trying to remember, get my wires crossed, because there are two designs for Midnight in Salem. This is supposed to be a touristy shop, like a witch kind of touristy shop. Kind of has some apothecary vibes to it. There are herbs in bottles here, and these are kind of some important things because it was an herb related, I think there might have been an herb related puzzles, but there's also herbs, and there was also essential oils in here. And this is where May and Tegan worked. Not Lauren, not Olivia. This was May and Tegan's place. And then in the new design, it became a museum. So let's jump ahead to, so this is an original concept sketch of the pumpkin jack-o'-lantern carvings, which was actually translated into the new design for Mid, which was great. This is a sample idea of the tours, which I think they originally wanted to have pictures of the locations for you to note and play. Again, this was something that was kind of translated into the new design as well. This is probably the most exciting set of pictures ever, because if you know, in the new design for Midnight in Salem, there is a car, and that is Deirdre's car. Deirdre's green car is actually inspired heavily on the 1965 or 1966 Ford Mustang. Now, this image that you see here, if I move my face, let me move my face out of the way so you can see it. This is an original model for the first Midnight in Salem design of a game. This is not a Ford Mustang. You can barely see some of the, oh, you're not seeing my cursor, are you? There it is. There's my cursor. So right here, if you zoom way in, you'll be able to see some letters. It's supposed to spell out Triumph. This is oh gosh, I forget what year it was. It's a Triumph Spitfire MK2. Unless the MK2 is actually an artist's reference, but it's a Triumph Spitfire, and it is in a classic powder blue because it was not Deirdre's car. I wonder who has a light blue convertible. And yes, and your assumptions are true. Now over here in the image right here is the town, and this town is very, very important. This is an original modeling from the town center. There is a roundabout right here. You can see some walking paths here and here. Player would have been able to walk across this area. And there was more off to the right, very similarly to this. You can see that this area is colored in with some textures and art space. This is, I wonder if I can't zoom in. This is actually a bakery. Now, this was the original design, which later turned into Lauren's bakery. In the original design, it was actually Nate Faulkner's bakery, and I believe Lauren just worked there. Yeah, Lauren just worked there. but it belonged to Nate Faulkner, who was the fiance to Tegan. So right here are displays, which you can go and see. I don't know how much more I can say to what was happening in here, so I'll just leave it at that. This is another great scene. Ooh, this is kind of like blurred out from the background back here. Transparency is a little off. But yeah, this is the upstairs area of the Hawthorne House, which the player gets to explore. There is an area here that's not as burned. That's why you see this model as an orange color. There's supposed to be a way to... There was a puzzle involved with these rafters right here. You're supposed to create, kind of like in Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, where you have to put the floorboards down so you can walk across. This was a junior senior puzzle, or junior detective, master sleuth, amateur sleuth, master sleuth puzzle that you're supposed to solve in order to get over here and examine the unburned area, which led to more clues. Over here on the left, let me move my face again, is an original, you can kind of make out, let me get my cursor back up here. You can kind of make out some tombstones right here. To me, this scene just totally looks like something from Tatooine from Star Wars. But honestly, this is the path that leads to a cemetery. And over here, I can't remember if this is the lodging where Lauren lived near Hawthorne House, or if this was another crypt, because there are a few crypts, as you can see here and here, and there's a lantern here, and those were important. There are tombstones here for the grave sites, and those also had some importance. I think there was like a tour moment with that as well. I think that's all I can say here, because it's not showing some of the other models, which should be showing up in this scene when it was more done. And I think, okay, so these are only from the new design of Mid. And that's about it. So let me know what your thoughts are on these different images, these different scenes. Obviously, I can't share anything more than what is shown on screen, but tell me what your thoughts are. I'd like to hear them. I'll see you in the next reveal video, I suppose. Bye!